Hey you guys, welcome back to Angela's Angel. And on this topic I wanted to make just a quick video because I've touched down on this. If you guys look back, I've made a video on how the narcissist brings disease, and on this topic I basically want to talk about this again because it's very, very important. And I feel like this is it's not just the information you learn about narcissism, what they did to you, how to stay away from these people and so forth, right? And just how to deal with them on day-to-day basis. But the reason you shouldn't interact with these people, the reason you shouldn't allow these people in your life, the reason you shouldn't overshare is because these people bring death into your life. They bring death, destruction. That's why they ask you so many questions. That's why they're constantly gang stalking you. They're looking for energy, and some of them unconsciously do it. And the self-aware narcissists, the conscious narcissists, they purposely take energy from you. They manipulate energy. That's the whole purpose of their tactics, right? And it could seem like it's just a way to get their way, but it drains your energy because it's not authentic. It's not sincere. They're not really giving you anything. They're taking more than what you're receiving. And even with the good that they do for you, right? Meaning that you shouldn't take things from people. A lot of people will tell you you shouldn't take candy from strangers. It's not just because when people give you things, they're expecting something back from you, but it's energy wise, right? When it's your birthday, when it's a celebration, when someone's gifting you things and giving you your flowers, they're giving you your flowers from a good place. But if someone is giving you flowers and it's coming from a bad place, they're coming from a place of manipulation. They're manipulating energy to get to pull your heartstrings. And that's what a lot of people will do, is they'll manipulate energy to pull your heartstrings. They'll manipulate energy, to keep themselves at a job that they're trying to terminate you from. They'll manipulate energy to, take all the finances and suck bank accounts dry, right? They're manipulating energy, and usually when someone is manipulating energy, they're gonna have to pay for the karma, the consequences of what they took. Everything that you get in this life comes with a prize. Since the narcissist can't do things, the narcissist disorder really comes from the narcissist's inability to do the things that they want without having to manipulate others. That's where that negative energy comes from, meaning that the reason that they manipulate is because they can't get to the source of getting these things because there's no good in them, or they've done so much. They have a lot of built up karma. They're ignoring, they're ignoring what they're living in a world. They might even be living in a world, to better yet put it, they might be living in a world that they don't want to be a part of. They might have been born to a family they don't want to be a part of. And this is what the thing with social media, what it fucks up people with. People start getting above or ahead of themselves. They want to get respect. They want to get treated a certain way. They're manipulating you to look up to them. They're manipulating you to change who you are, to idolize their lifestyle or what they have, when the lifestyle that they have is not theirs. It doesn't come from them working hard. It comes from manipulation. It comes from manipulating people to send them money, but they're not giving anything of substance back to other people. They're just taking. So it might seem like people are getting away with stuff because they're getting to the bag, right? They're getting to the bag. They're living in worlds that they're not a part of. They're forcing themselves into worlds that they're not a part of. In every world that you force yourself into, when you get money from the devil, and you know the meaning behind it. See, if you're oblivious to it, if you're a kid or you're just oblivious to it, it's different. But when you know, hey, it's perverts sending me money. I'm getting money from people I didn't really work for it. I'm begging. I'm demanding. I'm playing tricks on people. I don't really appreciate the gifts that are being sent to me. All that shit is gonna come back. So what the narcissist does is that what happens is the devil comes to collect. That energy comes to collect. And the more bad shit that you do, it's like you could be up 1 minute and the next minute you're down, and you're trying to figure out how to pay your bills because one source of income has disappeared, and you were getting fast money. You knew you were doing things that might have not been right, but you were like, hey, it's sustaining my living, right? It's sustaining my living. So now things will happen where now it's like you have enough information, but it's only information to manipulate. And now you're trying to find another source of income in the same way you're trying to manipulate in this new source that you're trying to get. You're looking for a new source, but in that new source, you're looking to manipulate again. So every time you're up, that energy will bring you down. And what the narcissist does, because they want to keep that same lifestyle, they want to keep the facade, they want praise, they want attention, they demand respect, they demand all these things. They feel like they could talk bad about people. They got the flying monkeys got to pay for what they did too. But the ultimate thing is that if you get stuck with these people in a sense where you fall for them and you fall in love with them and you're unaware of what's going on, you might get a pass. You might get a pass, right? But when the narcissist makes you addicted to them and you connect to them on a spiritual level and you get obsessive over them, or you feel this stronghold that you just can't get out of, what it's doing, what it means is that the narcissist, you're looking at this person like God. For some reason, you can't disconnect from them. The reason you can't disconnect from them is because they've stuck their fangs, they've stuck their poison in you. And you're afraid. You're like, I'm afraid for this person to, it's like you're in a trance and you're afraid to leave them. You feel like your life can't get worse, but yet it still gets worse. And when you're watching it get worse, you're telling yourself, I got to get out. But for some reason, it's getting worse and you still can't. It's like you're in a trance. See, the narcissist commits the biggest deception when they do that to you. Because now that's when they begin to kill you. That's when they begin to spiritually kill you. And this person's a murderer. There's no empathy. You're thinking this is a physical thing, but it's not just physical. It's very much spiritual as well. And what's crazy about the narcissist killing you is that no one can see that shit. Because physically you're here. You can communicate with people, but for some reason they can't connect with you the way these healthy relationships you had built over the years, over your life, how strong they were at one point. They start to deplete, that energy starts to leave because the narcissist, their venom is in you. So what I realized, this is why I want to speak on this just again, because I've talked about this before. These people, they bring death, they bring destruction, they bring disease. I've spoken on this, but I want to, make it clear again, because a lot of people are dancing with the devil. A lot of people are laughing, joking with these people. You know, a lot of people are becoming very desensitized, very cold. A lot of people think if they can behave narcissistic just to make it through life because other people are narcissistic, they think it's not going to come with a prize. See, it's all fun. It's all fun when you're young and everything is a roller coaster and you're like feeling like you're invincible, you know, feeling like, you know, nothing's going to catch up to me, or I'm not really doing nothing. You know, people are choosing to submit to me. People are choosing to be my followers, my flying monkeys, because that's how the narcissist feels. If the narcissist feels like they're not forcing anybody into anything, even though they've manipulated things, they weren't authentic 100% about who they are and what they want. So once you believe the lies, you kind of feel like, why is it your fault to have to pay for what someone did to you? And why is it your fault based on your upbringing or your lack of information? So this is what will really get you fucked up, because you'll feel like, I didn't really do much to deserve this. Yes, I came to this point, but it's not my fault, right? There were so many moments where the energy was telling you to back up and you just couldn't. And you're still not understanding why you couldn't, you know? But what I will say to you is that the longer you hold on, the more, you know, harm you're causing to yourself. From my experience with this person, you know, when you're with these people, these narcissists, you know, the deception will slowly kill you, because eventually you'll know you're being deceived, but you don't know why you can't get out of it. And at that point, I'm telling you now, at that point, I'm just giving you guys a warning. At that point, when you know someone is going against you, when you know someone is sabotaging you, someone is intentionally trying to hurt you, just so you know, and you don't know why you can't stop talking to these people, whether it's family, friends, whoever it is, just so you know, that's the beginning of them killing you. That's the beginning of you killing yourself, because you're putting someone else above yourself. And energy doesn't lie. You're giving away energy freely, and you might say, well, I'm an empath, I'm a good person, but someone is taking more out of your cup than what you have. And you might think, you know, you have a big heart, but that's when your energy starts getting sucked out, meaning that, you know, I'm not going to discuss so much about what happened to me health-wise, but what I will say is that, you know, when I got pregnant, and then the narcissist wished bad on me. And not only did they wish bad on me, my baby, my unborn child, but my child actually died, because that energy doesn't lie. I almost feel like they killed my child. They killed my baby. I feel like they were sending me. That's why you have to be careful who you tell what to. This is why I say narcissists want information. Narcissists ask you questions. And it's not that you want to lie to people sometimes about yourself. It's that you're protecting yourself, because you don't know if people got bad intentions. So with the narcissist, you know, I was better off just not telling them I was pregnant, right? But I feel like this person literally killed me, and I fed into the slander and all the things that they said to me and talked about. I fed into it because I was at a bad place. I was by myself going through this, going through just, you know, being pregnant by myself. So it was a lot of stress. So when they cursed me out, when they said they wish my baby would die, when they said, you know, oh, you know, I wasn't going to be a good mother, when they were saying all these things, I would just cry myself to sleep. I would literally hold my stomach and cry myself to sleep. And then I started having nightmares. And that's when the nightmares started. That the nightmares were so real that I believed. It's not that I believed them, but I remembered them. After remembering them, now my nightmares were coming into becoming reality. So that's when I realized that the narcissist was casting spells on me, and I was like, no one else can quite understand it the way I understand it, because I'm living it, I'm experiencing it. I'm the one having these dreams, I'm having these bad feelings. I'm the one that I feel like I'm trapped in this nightmare, in this darkness, and I'm trying to get out of it. And I feel like the narcissist spirit is attacking me. I feel like I'm seeing their shadow, a dark energy that just following me everywhere. And after the miscarriage, I felt like the baby was just taking, while they were dying, they were killing my insides. Like, at the same time while the baby's dying, I felt like I was dying. And you know, a lot of people go through postpartum after having a baby. A lot of people go through postpartum, and they, you know, their hair starts thinning, they kind of gain weight, or they're kind of like bloated. You know, your breasts are very tender, and you just have a lot of stress about being a new mother. Just stress hormones from all the hours of pain and labor you were in. It's like your body is trying to compensate from all of that. So I was going through all that by myself. And at least, you know, when you have a child, you have that, you know, at least my baby is safe. At least my baby is healthy, right? But I didn't have anything good to look forward to. Not only that, but the narcissist came back in my life acting like they were empathetic. And then as soon as, I'm guessing they were with another supply, because not too long after they acted empathetic, they shed tears, acting like they were crying for me. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, this motherfucker is not crying for me. They're crying for someone else. You know, in my mind, my mind was consciously telling me, like after I gave birth, it's like I finally became fully conscious, right? And my mind was telling me, he's not crying over you, you know, and why would someone do that? You know, oh, because he's evil, because he only thinks about himself, you know. This is a wicked person. This is an evil person, an evil being. You know, so I tried to, I asked the narcissist, I said, are you crying over someone else? Why would you say something like that? See, I can't even express myself with you. This is why, you know, men don't cry around women and this and that. You start thinking we're lying and we're weak and we're this and we're that, but nothing made sense. But they try to justify, they play these twisted games where they make you look like the bad person for asking a question, or they try to put you in a category where, you know, like you're nagging them. It's kind of like a man working hard all day, and then the man comes home from work and the woman is nagging about something, and that man is like, I don't want to fucking fight. I just want to eat dinner, relax. Like, I don't even want to argue with you, right? So you're basically, you don't want to argue, you know, and because you don't want to argue, you know, you put it to the side because you don't want to seem inconsiderate of the narcissist. Even though this person is the one that has lost your trust, they're trying to act like you lost my trust for a reason. They're just dumping all their negative energy on you. You lost my trust for a reason. You're like other women. You're nagging. They're trying to blame you and point the fingers on you, but you haven't done shit. You've forgiven them for cheating. You don't even bring shit up unless you really feel disrespected, right? Unless you feel disrespected, meaning that if I feel like you're disrespecting me and I just literally lost a baby, I have the right to say something about how I feel because I lost a baby. I went through something traumatic that you don't understand because you don't understand the pain and what I went through. So it was this blame shifting. And what was crazy is that I was really blaming myself. Like, even though I didn't do shit to this person, I'm really blaming myself. So not only I'm going through postpartum, now I'm blaming myself. Now I'm feeling like, oh, the narcissist was crying and he's like, oh, I can't even cry and be open with you because you're asking me, am I crying for someone else, when I just don't feel like you would cry for me when you wish death on me and my unborn child, and then you're sitting here crying. Who the fuck are you crying for? You're crying for me? You're crying for the baby? Who are you crying for? That's what I want to know. Because the emotions just weren't matching up, right? And they're sitting here really looking at me stupid. And this is the thing, when the narcissist starts sucking energy out of you, they don't even see that. Just like you can't stop letting this person suck energy out of you, they can't stop sucking energy out of you either. To the point where they're so fucking blinded by what they're doing to you. You could be dying and it's like they don't even see you dying. They're like, it's not my fault, I'm not doing anything. It's like they don't even see themselves. It's something very demonic, for real, because it was like no accountability. And now, because they felt like I tried to say something about how they were processing their emotions, because their emotions weren't matching up. If you really cared, you would be there, right? If someone really cares about you, they would be there. They wouldn't come with you after you've buried your baby and had a funeral and did everything. Like, you wouldn't come after the fact and pretend like you care. And when I'm crying, you're not crying. You don't seem empathetic, but it seems like you're going through something and you're trying to use what I'm going through. You're trying to use what I'm going through for me to have empathy for you. So even in my most vulnerable, state of mind, you tried to make it about you. That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Instead of saying, oh, this person just went through something, they're emotional, I gotta make sure they know I'm here for them, they made it about themselves. Oh, this is why men don't express themselves to women. All this weird shit. Bitch, I was in labor for fucking almost 24 hours, bitch. Giving birth to a baby that died. Having to get money, accumulate my money to have a funeral. To bury this unborn baby that's still sucking the energy out of me, because now I'm going through postpartum and my body does not feel the same. And you're making it about you. And then after the narcissist feels like I'm offending them, oh, that's why the baby died. That's right, bitch. Good thing the baby died. You don't deserve to be a mother. You this, you that. It's at least you don't have a child. A lot of these bitches, they end up with children and they're miserable. They end up with children by men that aren't there for their children, and they end up mad and miserable. And they get together with other women and they just sit around miserable together. You want to be a part of that group? You wanted to be miserable? You wanted to be a single parent? You want to be broke? We're not rich. We're not rich. It doesn't matter if you own your own home. It doesn't matter if you have your own money, because I'm ahead of the game than a lot of people. And this person, I have more than they do. And they're more concerned about themselves that they don't even have half the shit I have. So they're more concerned about themselves. They're thinking, they're thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about women, motherhood, you're getting older, the things that you want. They're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about you. And why I say these people bring disease and illnesses in your life, because they'll watch you destroy yourself financially, physically, all that, and they'll just still stick around if they don't have primary source of supply, or if shit isn't going right with the new supply, they'll come back. They don't have no shame. You'll think to yourself, the narcissist, they're not going to come back around after what they did to me. That's a fucking lie. These people will keep coming back until they literally suck the energy out of you, or they feel like, okay, no other man is going to want you, or you're not even going to be mentally capable of being with someone else because I fucked you up, you know, mentally. You're not going to trust anyone. You don't even love yourself. You know, you're insecure, you know, your body's not the same anymore, you know. So, you know, this person made everything about themselves, and now they're telling me, oh, I don't care if your baby died, go kill yourself, go this, go that. But right before that, they were sending flowers. They wanted to be in my presence. But then they're telling me, they're crying, but then they're telling me, I don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it anymore. It's in the past. The baby died. Let's get over it. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm still healing. This shit just happened a month ago. I'm still fucking, my body is still healing. I got fucking milk in my fucking breasts that are heavy as a fucking rock. This shit hurts so fucking bad. With no baby around, just fucking milk squirting out with no baby around. And I'm fucked up, right? And his whole thing was, oh, it's a lot of women out here, they got kids and they're single mothers and they wish they would have never had kids, so you're lucky. You're lucky you didn't end up like them. Like, you still have a chance, right? It was like, move on from what just happened to you. That's not the point. And to me, it wasn't just about me and the narcissist being a happy family. That's what I actually wanted. I wanted my child. You know what I'm saying? Some people have children and they're not even good parents. They can't mentally be there for their children. They don't have nothing to teach their children. They're living in another planet. So it was something I was looking forward to, regardless of him being there or not. But the reason they wish bad on you is because all they're worried about is child support. I was at the point where I was like, I don't need nothing from you. You don't have anything for me really like that, to be honest. I was just at the point where I was like, I wasted time with this person and I at least want to be a fucking mother. I was at that point. And it seemed like after they wished death on me, after they made it seem like I was nagging them for speaking about what I went through, and they were making it about themselves. They're crying, making it about themselves when I'm the one that should be fucking crying. And when I'm crying, it's disgusting them. And they're telling me to move on. And it's in the past. The baby died already. I don't talk about it no more. Like they didn't do shit to me. You know, and it's not about it, and then they give you fake apologies because, see, you could apologize, but if your actions aren't changing, and you could get mad at me so quickly and make it about you, then you were never sorry to begin with. So that let me know, like, that person wasn't really sorry. So I feel like with me, the reason I'm able to speak on narcissism so much, and I could share my experiences with you guys, is because I've seen the core of the evil and the lack of empathy. I've seen like the core of that shit. I've seen death. I've seen the funeral. I've seen me being in a hospital bed. I've seen my body deteriorate, you know. Just like my hair was thinning. I was just, you know, and what's so fucked up is that when they leave, it's like your body keeps, it just keeps destroying itself because it already went through the anxiety, the depression. It's like it just keeps destroying themselves. Your body just keeps destroying itself once they're gone. It's kind of like, you start feeling like the fucking Walking Dead. Like it goes from one thing to another, and you don't realize how much you destroyed yourself fucking crying over somebody that didn't give a fuck about you. That's why I would never fucking cry over anybody. That's why I haven't shed a fucking tear in so fucking long. It fucking scares me sometimes, because I'm like, I haven't shed a tear in a long time. I don't cry over nobody. I don't cry over any situation. Anytime I come across a financial problem or any type of problem, I just look for the fucking solution. I don't sit back and be like, you know, I hope God helps me out of this. God, please help me stop messing with this person. God, please help me. No, I don't look up no more. I don't look to the sky and pray and search for answers. You feel me? Even though I still have a lot of faith, but for the most part, I'm not waiting on no miracle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not letting someone play with me emotionally, because I know that when someone plays with you emotionally, it's going to manifest physically and it's going to manifest spiritually, and the narcissist will take you to a dark place where you will start doing some dark ass shit, and you could become dark like them and never come back from that shit. And that's, you know, that's my honest truth. And that's why I wanted to come on here and talk about it. Because, you know, the moment you cry over somebody that don't give a fuck about you, that's the fucking moment that you're hurting yourself. So everything that I'm going through health-wise is because I hurt myself. I neglected myself, you know. And it's fucked up, because certain situations you just, you can't come back from. You know, you just gotta look ahead and say, what can I do to fix it? You know, maybe I could slap some makeup on it. Maybe I can go get surgery. Maybe I could go. You can't do shit. These people kill you inside and out, and you can't do shit but try to fix the fucking problem. You neglect yourself. You lay around in bed for weeks, months. You neglect yourself. You're going to have to pay the consequences of that. So when you're going through it, do not stay stuck. Do not stay stuck. You know, it's cool to be like, you know, depressed for a week, 2 weeks, a couple months, but don't fucking stop doing what you need to do to keep going. Don't stop taking care of yourself. Don't stop taking care of your body. Don't stop, you know, brushing your teeth. You got to do everything you can every day to at least take care of yourself and your body. Do not cry for these people. I'm telling you now, you know, my grandmother used to always say crying brings wrinkles and shit. And, you know, it's true. I wouldn't waste my time crying and bringing wrinkles to my forehead, crying over somebody that you gotta, every time you cry, you gotta think to yourself, is it worth me getting wrinkles over crying? Is it worth my eyes getting puffy over crying over this person? You know, is it worth me losing hair crying over this person? Is it worth me losing weight, gaining weight over this person? You know, is it worth losing yourself, your finances, everything you worked hard for? Is it worth losing your family, your friends? Because that's where it's going to lead up to, because people aren't going to recognize you anymore, and then eventually you're not going to recognize yourself. So, you know, I know that shit was harsh, but this is what I went through. These are my experiences. This is what I absolutely know to be true, because I've seen the core of that evil, that evil, nasty, disgusting spirit. And sometimes it's like you still always have hope that these people will be remorseful. But trust me, months, years after talking to them, they'll even act like they never knew you. They'll ignore you. You'll bump into them. They act like they don't see you. They don't even want to remember you, because they don't want to remember what they did to you. And they want to put the blame on you. Meanwhile, you're walking around with the fucking scars and the bruises to prove what they did to you. But to them, they act like everything you lost, you'll be able to get it back. Like, that's why they don't mind exploiting you. But your health, your finances, certain things you just cannot recover from. You just got to start all over again, or put some fucking tape on it, you know? So, I hope this message, you guys, was helpful. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace in your healing. If you guys need any, if you guys want to book a consultation to speak with me, my booking information is on the description, and this helps my, my channel grow, and it helps me keep sharing knowledge and keep sharing stories with you guys. Just give me 24 hours to respond, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.